when did GTM as an acronym just start getting stretched out of reality? I grew up in marketing. I don't know about you guys, but like when go to market was a product marketing thing, it was a term used for bringing a new product or a new feature to your audience, your target audience. And it had things like the problem you're solving, positioning, messaging, goals, input metrics, messaging across different channels. Nowadays, like everyone on LinkedIn is a GTM expert. Sales is GTM, marketing ops is GTM, RevOps is GTM, like what the fuck happened to GTM as a term, and has it lost its usefulness now that it's applied to kind of everything? Would love to get your guys' take on this. Zach, how do you feel about GTM?
Well, Phil, I'm going to give you a short answer and I'm going to give you a long answer. The first one, it's political. For all of us that have been in the corporate space, we all want to feel a sense of say and influence. You don't want to be that one team that is not doing go to market.
Mm-mm.
Like what do we call that team that? Like, like we just here. And then there's a fear of like, oh my gosh, if I'm not involved in the go to market in some shape or fashion, my job might be on the chopping block. So I'm going to say that's the political piece. The second one is that a bit longer, is that when we think of go to market, every team is a derivative of go to market. There's not one sole team. Despite product marketers, we product marketers, we love to say we are the orchestrators of go to market. And the maestro, I don't know why I said orchestrators. It shows you how cultured I am in classical music. And to a certain extent, yes, but then also no, because like product marketing cannot run a go-to-market by itself. Even though how much we say like, hey, we're critical, like you need sales to help like execute on it. You need product to help build a product. You need marketing to bring awareness. I think where product marketing is helpful is that they can kind of pivot and play and get perspective from different areas. And I know we're going to talk more about like the influence piece, but helping to bring the picture together. So as Gab said before, the maestro of go-to-market, but the maestro doesn't mean that we are the go-to-market.
What do you think, Eric?
Oh, I got a take here too. So I'm relatively newer in software, been about 3 years, spent the other good chunk of my work life in more of like a consumer environment, and then in a manufacturing large Fortune whatever number company. And when I came here, that was the first time I heard go to market. And very much like what you said, it was owned by like all of these different things, but you saw it on every product marketing job description.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't in like a lot of other job descriptions if you looked at them. And I think like a lot of things, when words are a little bit buzzy and they don't necessarily have a meaning to people outside of the group they're intended for, they get inflated and just no one really knows what they end up meaning. I think that's in a world we live in now where it's like you could ask 10 people what is the definition and you'd get 11 different responses. But I think like there's also, and this is my opinion, but I think there's like two delineations. There's like going to market, and then there's a go to market strategy. And like what Zach said, like you can't go to market by yourself. That's crazy. I mean, just like a CEO can't go to market by himself unless he somehow knows how to build tech and do all the business stuff and sell and yada yada. So I think there's a point where you got to delineate that in particular. Like there's a strategy which we're building, which will likely maybe go into product marketing or a high level revenue role. And then there's all of these pieces that we have looked at and said, these are our resources, right? These are our teams, this is our army, whatever now you want to give it to actually go to market. And so I think there just has to be like that, every organization has to own go to market, like one function. And then all of the people who make up going to market need to just realize like, this is my part to play. I got to own this for us to be successful. And I just think we're not there right now. It's more of a like, everyone needs to own go to market instead of like everyone needs to own your part of the go to market.